The big breaking story that we're bringing you this hour, an exclusive interview with Finance Minister Arun Jaitley. Speaking with NDTV's group editor Barkhadat, Mr Jaitley talked about the black money issue, saying that they would be naming account holders and that would only happen, of course, once a charge sheet was filed in court. He stressed that the names of the account holders had to be released to the legal system and not to the media. But he did say that once the names were released, that the Congress party would be embarrassed.
The issue of black money. Now, as finance minister, you've said we can't be adventurous about this. We can't violate
I think the media got it all wrong.
Why?
Let's be very clear. As far as black money is concerned, we were the first government which in the first cabinet meeting appointed an SIT, which the Congress did not appoint for 3 weeks. All that has happened is that there was some set of names which the Germans have given us.
Yeah.
The Germans imposed a condition on basis of an agreement which the Congress had entered into in 1995, that you can only disclose names to a court when a charge is filed. Don't disclose names for a political purpose. The Supreme Court gave the names to the petitioner in this case. The petitioners disclosed them publicly. The Germans then objected, saying, you can't disclose names like this, and if you do it, we won't cooperate. The best way to help the account holders is to unauthorizedly disclose their names so that the Germans don't help us in future. All that we told the Supreme Court, don't do it this way. We have filed charge sheets in court. Let the disclosures take place only in court. Now, this was interpreted by the media to say we are not disclosing the names.
So, am I hearing you say that the government will disclose some names to the court?
The government has already disclosed those names in court, and I am going to file an additional affidavit before the Supreme Court, again disclosing those names.
So, what would be the difference between that and disclosing them in public? Telling the court?
So, when we disclose it in the court, the names will obviously become public. So, there is no difficulty at all. We have never said we will not disclose the names. We will disclose it to a court in accordance with the treaty requirement. If we violate the treaty requirement, then the Germans don't cooperate with us.
The names that you will be disclosing to the court are names that are independently being investigated by India, or are they names that you have obtained from either Germany or the Swiss authorities?
The names are also on the German or the Swiss list, but we've independently obtained evidence against those names. And therefore, we are in a position to file charge sheets against those cases. The moment we file the charge sheets against those cases, those names become public.
So, when Abhishek Singhvi accuses you of hypocrisy, reminds you that Narendra Modi had promised either a new law or a new pact with other countries if necessary to bring back black money. You're saying they've got it all wrong?
He's got it all wrong because the media completely misreported the case. The media said that we are not going to disclose it. Our case was, we will disclose it as per the due process of law.
No, but that was interpreted to mean that your double taxation avoidance treaties prevented you from disclosing the names.
No, it did not prevent us from disclosing the names. It merely says disclose it to a court and don't disclose it to the media.
So you are saying that...
And when you disclose it to a court, it automatically gets carried into the media.
Right.
Absolutely. That's all we are saying.
So the names will be public shortly?
The names will be public shortly.
All of them?
The names against whom charges are filed.
By Indian authorities?
By Indian authorities.
And it doesn't matter how powerful or how high profile
these... It doesn't matter. And I can assure you, there is no embarrassment I will have when all the names are disclosed. There is some embarrassment the Congress party will have because of those names.
Because you've of course seen the list. And you're saying there are people linked to the Congress who are on that list?
Well, I'm not saying anything more.
And when do we expect you to inform the court of these names?
Well, I'll inform very soon with regard to some of them.
Interesting times ahead. Arun Jaitley, thank you so much for talking to us.